Hey friends, we're going to do a digestive flow today to help ease bloating, indigestion, and to calm down the nervous system a little bit, putting us into that rest and digest space where we feel more tranquil, more at peace, and more grounded. Find somewhere comfortable to lay, get cozy, find a nice spot where you can dedicate some time to yourself. We're going to start by drawing the knees into the chest. Press your tailbone down towards the floor as you grab your shins and gently draw the knees slightly outside the rib cage towards the armpits. Take big belly breaths here, so you're massaging your belly against the tops of your legs. Try to relax as much as you can the shoulders, the fronts of the legs, and the spot where the legs meet the pelvis. I recommend holding this for about 30 breaths. It can also feel nice to rock around side to side. Draw your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out. You can keep the left leg bent or you can straighten it completely. Just like you did a moment ago, draw the right knee in towards the armpit, press the left hip back down onto the floor if it's lifted up. Really massage out the side of your belly area now, still taking big breaths to press the belly in towards the leg. This is called wind relieving pose for a reason. So it might be a good idea to be alone in the room as you're doing these stretches. Switch sides, draw the left leg in. And if you only have 5 minutes of your day, just do 5 breaths in every pose. But if you have longer, like I said, I recommend about 30 breaths in each of these poses that I'll show you today. Draw both knees into your chest, take the knees wide, reach the arms inside the legs and grab onto your ankles or to the outer edges of the feet if you can reach there. Point the soles of the feet towards the ceiling as you draw the knees down outside the armpits towards the floor. Again, keep breathing deep breaths as you rock side to side. The most digestive benefit you'll get with this pose comes from pulling the knees as deep as you can outside the sides of your body. Again, about 5 to 30 breaths, depending on how much time you have today. Then draw your knees back into your chest. Draw your right knee in, extend your left leg out slightly, keeping both knees bent. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch. So now you're just moving through the shapes that we already did. Each exhale, switching the legs, taking a breath in. Exhale, switching. And you can stay right here if you'd like to do this with straight legs. You're welcome to do that as well. And you can also, for extra oomph and digestive fire, begin to lift up your upper body, softening through the head and neck as well. And no, we're not just doing crunches. I'm not just here to torture you. We are stimulating the digestive system here, compressing it, moving it, asking it to work a little bit. Any movement in general, anytime you get your circulation going, your heart pumping, your body moving, you will be stimulating digestion, which is why exercise in general is so good for improving digestion. Again, about 5 to 30 breaths here. And then you'll bring your knees back into the chest. Catch your breath if you've lost it. Then roll to a side and we're going to come up to seated. Once you make your way up to seated, come into a yogi squat. So that means you're going to have your toes out, your heels in, and your knees going wide, very similar to the shape we took when you were laying down on your back. Your heels can be on the ground or they can be lifted. Think of dropping your tailbone as you lift your chest and soften through your shoulders. You can rock around side to side here if this feels good. You can even add in a little bit of a forward fold, getting more compression in the digestive system. Adding a little bit of a side bend, side to side. Let your head be heavy and soft. And still take those nice deep breaths From here, we're going to come into a low lunge. So you're going to step one foot forward, step the other leg back. Feel free to put some padding underneath your back knee. Make sure your front ankle is about underneath your knee. You don't want to be pushed too far forward. So you've got a nice vertical shin here. From here, bring the inside hand down to the floor and the same hand as leg up to the knee to twist towards that front leg. Big belly breath, again, you guessed it, into the belly to massage your digestive tract against your inner thigh. See if you can soften the shoulders, broaden the chest. Each inhale, you reach long through the crown of the head. Each exhale, you twist through the spine. Remember to breathe. Stay easy in your muscles and your joints. Remember, you can't really efficiently digest if you're in your adrenaline mode or your fight or flight. So you want to stay relaxed and calm and try to find a sense of peace, especially if you're feeling stressed. Okay, we'll take this to the other side. Again, you can hold that longer, about 5 to 30 breaths is a good measure. You'll step the opposite leg forward. If you had padding under the back foot, you'll need to switch it to the other side. Check that your front shin's vertical. Place the bottom hand underneath your shoulder. Lengthen the heart forward through the shoulders, and then twist to face the front leg. So you want to make sure your belly is turning to face the front leg's inner thigh. Shoulders draw down the back away from the ears. And again, you find your breath, letting the hips melt, letting the jaw soften. Twisting in general is a great way to stimulate digestion because twisting through the core helps move all those intestines around. Hold this for as long as you would like, 5 to 30 breaths, before making your way back down. From here, you're going to come onto hands and knees, so a tabletop position, stacking your hips above your knees. Then walk your hands forward and lower your chest down towards the ground. Now here's a couple options. You can put a pillow underneath your chest. You can rest your forehead against the ground, or you can rest your chin and your chest on the floor. Whatever is most comfortable for your body and allows you to rest in this shape rather than strain in this shape. Allow your tailbone to point up towards the ceiling, your mid-back to melt down towards the floor. Shoulders slide away from ears. Find your breath. And notice if you hear any gurgling of digestion. I wasn't even having indigestion, but just doing these poses, I can feel my lunch already starting to digest. I'm ready for lunch number 2 now. Breath slows down. Take a few more here. Then you're going to walk back up to that tabletop pose and press yourself all the way back. So your hips are going to go onto your heels. You're going to walk your hands forward again and lower down. So it's a very similar shape to what we just did, but this time you've got your belly resting on your legs. I invite you to step the legs a little bit closer together. So you're compressing the front of your guts, basically the front of your belly, a little bit more rather than letting your belly fall in between them. This should be a nice opener for your lower back as well, depending on how tight it is. So you can breathe here into your lower back, picturing it broadening and expanding. As the compression of your legs against your belly does some good digestive work for you. Again, hold this anywhere from 5 to 30 breaths. I'm just giving you a demo. And if this is uncomfortable for you to sit here, use a pillow or something in some way to sit onto. So you can rest your hips on a blanket or a pillow or even a yoga block. You can also put the pillow in between your calves and your hamstrings and use as big a pillow as you need. And that can be a nice way to take some pressure off of your knees and off of your ankles. You want your hips resting downward onto something though. So if you're in this shape and kind of hovering, try to put something between your calves and your hamstrings so you can really press down into it. All right, you're going to come onto your bellies now, lying flat. Reach your arms back behind you, palms face down. Try to lengthen out the front of your body from your toes all the way up the crown of your head as much as you can. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, begin to float up your heart, your shoulders, your arms, even your legs, compressing your entire belly against the floor. This is like the ultimate belly massage. Make sure the back of your neck is long. You're rolling your shoulders up and open. Chest is broadening. Hollow the lower belly away from the floor. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release. Okay, go ahead and roll over onto your back now to lie flat. Saving the best for last. Draw your knees into your chest. Bring your arms out into a T shape if you have the room. If you don't, you can always bend them. Scoot your hips slightly to the right and drop both knees down to the left. So what happens when you drop the knees down to the left first is that you compress the descending colon, or the left side of your intestines. This helps stimulate that side to be digested first and to move through a bit more quickly. So that way when we go to the other side, we can stimulate the ascending colon and get everything to move in a nice clockwise direction. Again, if this is uncomfortable on your knees or your lower back for any reason, bring a pillow inside your knees and squeeze them together. This is a nice way to support the joints. You want to do this to the other side as well. So again, give yourself 5 to 30 breaths in each pose. Finding that sense of ease and calm and rest. It's a wild world out there. It's pretty fast-paced. We move quickly at work, with our families, with our to-do lists. So if you don't take care of yourself, who will? This is your time to give your digestive system some TLC, even if it's for 5 minutes of your day. Stay here as long as you'd like. Just do both sides equally if you are staying longer. And other than that, I hope this video helped improve your digestion, eliminate some bloating, and get things moving for you.